Hi guys, welcome to today's message. So, a big spread today, and you're gonna hate me for this message, but I'm gonna start explaining this. Let me introduce the cards. You have, so I'm gonna explain the spread first. I'm gonna be using my wand so I don't have to stretch my hands too much, cover the screen. These cards, this is the energy, this is what is happening right now, this is your situation right now. Okay, so you have the Four of Wands, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands coming out for the situation happening right now. Okay, what is happening right now? There's some connection over here, there's some celebration. This could be somebody's birthday, this could some kind of a gathering, some celebration over here. Like the cake here is a hint to towards the person we're talking about. So there's some kind of a celebration, there's a union over here, there's a connection over here that is being tested. Okay, you guys in the connection are waiting. You're waiting for something to happen, something to change, something to transform. Okay, that is what these two cards are. This is the wish that you have, that something is going to change in this situation. And so you're right now in the Queen of Wands position here. You're doing what you need to do in this situation right now. The Four Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you guys, there is something going on. This is the situation you're sitting in. You're waiting for something to change. You're in a connection and you're hoping that you can see that this connection is not working, but you're hoping that something's going to change in this connection. Okay, the Devil card over here is like there's an obsession towards this person or this connection, some kind of an obsession. I wouldn't call that love, because you guys are able to see beyond the like what is happening over here. Okay, you're very intuitive in this situation. You're able to see, you're not getting fooled, but there is something keeping you stuck here. This could be some kind of a curiosity or something, is the addiction or the connection, like the obsession in this connection over here. You guys, I feel like you probably see potential. You're probably seeing the good side of somebody or something, and we're going to find out whether there is a good side to that or not. Okay, you're keeping your focus on the hope that something can change, or something is going to change, or something is changing. So the Star is a wish over here. The Wheel of Fortune is like this cycle of change. And then there's the Three of Wands. This is the waiting card over here. So you're waiting for something to change, but I also feel like you feel like this is you also could be feeling like this is a never ending cycle. You could be running through a cycle again of repeated patterns, repeated forgiveness, and keeping on forgiving the same mistakes, and then having them come up, things like that. So the layer behind what is happening, these are like, this is what is happening in your energy, your thoughts. Okay, the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords over here, you're very focused. Okay, you have some sort of clarity over here. You kind of know something and you're going with that knowing, but you also are being pushed, like there is some thing behind this that is forcing you to be here and find out more about this connection, person, situation, whatever that is. Okay, so you're very aware of how much you're giving into the situation or how much you're leading on in the situation. You're not the one being fooled over here. Okay, to clarify the Devil, we have the Four of Swords, the Moon, and the High Priestess over here. Okay, so this is the Four of Swords. This person is sleeping with a sword in their hand. Okay, so you are relaxed, but you're still aware. You're giving, but you're still aware. You're sharing, but you're loving and you're caring, but you're still aware. The Moon and the High Priestess. Okay, this is the card of intuition. Both are these are intuition. This is what is hidden, and the high priestess is the one with the holding the knowledge. So even though you think it's hidden, or they think it's hidden, or everybody thinks it's hidden, it is not. You're the one that knows. You actually know what is going on in this situation. Okay, even though you might feel like you don't know because of the ground reality of the situation, but you actually do know. So trust your intuition. um okay, clarifying the queen of wands over here, like, you know, what the actions you're taking in this situation. You have the seven of swords and the three of pentacles coming out over here. This card of deception and the three of pentacles is a card of teamwork. Now, there's two messages over here. You guys, because you're aware of this situation and you're trying to test this out, you're trying to have courage over here. You understand that there is no teamwork. The teamwork is a facade. It's a fake. Okay, it's false. The seven of swords over here. There is no teamwork. Either you're reflecting that same fake teamwork over here because you're actually waiting for something else to happen in this. So you're waiting to see what is actually happening in this situation. Okay, so you could be at the brink of, like, leaving everything, breaking it down, but there is something keeping you stuck here to see what is more. I feel like that is the curiosity over here. The three of wands is the card of waiting, clarified by the sun and the death card. Okay, so while you're hoping for something to happen, something is going to happen. Clarity is going to come. The situation is going to end. Okay, to complete this message, I had the bottom deck energy, the Hierophant over here. This is the card of learning, divine guidance. Again, like all the messages in the previous readings, again, you guys are being divinely guided in this situation. Even though you feel like you know, this is not working for you, or why are you doing this in spite of knowing everything, if you feeling like you know the logic, but you're unable to do, like, you know, unable to go beyond that thing, like you're willfully being foolish in the situation, that is not the case. There's divine guidance over here. That is, you know, there's a learning over here. There's something for you to learn, and there's something for this person to learn, and you're probably teaching that person, and that is the lesson over here for both of you. Okay, like, there is a reason, there's a purpose for why we meet people, and if you guys are to be leaders and teachers, then this is how you would be teaching people, through your interaction, through close interaction. Okay, all right. Through close interaction, because, you know, pain teaches. So until you get hurt, unfortunately, until you get hurt, until you feel the pain in the situation, you don't learn. So one way or the other, there is going to be a learning. All right, so now the reason why I said you're gonna hate me for this message is, this is the advice for the message, and this is the bottom deck energy after the advice. For the advice, we have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and bottom deck energy, the Two of Cups. This is telling me, you know, to keep being generous, keep doing what you're doing, keep coming from the heart, in spite of whatever is being thrown at you. Not saying be a doormat, know where your boundaries need to be put. No, like, you know, I don't, for anybody experiencing this, you will know what I'm talking about. This is a different kind of a force inside you. It's not, this is a different force inside you, pushing you to do something that you really don't want to. Okay, even if you don't want to be kind in the situation, your guilt is so much, or your connection, your soul matters so much, that you have to be kind in the situation. So that is the advice. Keep doing that, because something is unfolding in the background for you guys. Right, so I hope this resonates. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.